everyone, how are you all? This pandemic and this lockdown has changed everyone's life. What to do? Life has to go on, so we have to keep ourselves active and productive and practical. Now, we all face different types of problems during this lockdown. Now, one problem which I had, it was a huge problem for me to get fresh vegetables. Uh, if you go to buy the vegetables, first of all, going and buying was a problem. Even if you were going to buy vegetables from somewhere or getting from somewhere, it was not of your choice. And for one, my family is very fond of greens. At least twice a week, we have to have greens. But then I was not able to give them. So I thought, why not growing our own greens in my own home? Yeah, why not? Why not try it out? That is how I came to start my microgreens. Now, once I started loving it. It was such a huge success, and now at any given time, I have some sort of greens at home. So if I have to make a sandwich or if I have to make a salad, I have no problems. I can just go to my balcony, pluck few of them and put them in the sandwich or like salad or whatever is that, and all of us are very happy. And I found it so easy, anybody can do it. Even a child can do it. It's so easy. And you don't need so many things for that. To grow greens at home, you need pots, you need mud, you need manure, and then you have to look after it so much. All those things is not there with the microgreens. So I'll show you today how I'm growing microgreens at home, the most easiest way. For that, you just need to have some disposable containers. See, we all will have some disposable containers at home, which you buy the frozen stuff or mushrooms or something like that. Since they are disposable, most of us throw it out. But for me, these are very important. So I wash and clean them and keep it away. So this has come very handy for me to grow my microgreens. So you need some containers which is slightly deep, and then you need newspaper cuttings. Why newspaper cuttings? Because you have to line them with these newspaper cuttings. The cuttings has to be in such a way it has to fit the bottom of the base of the container. See, fix the base like this. Now this is one layer of newspaper. You need 6 layers of newspaper like that. These are 6 layers. Even if you are able to put more than 6, maybe 7, 8, doesn't matter. The more the merrier, like. It gives so much of moisture and so much of support to the microgreens. It will grow very well. But minimum you need 6 layers. Once they are put like this, on top you put a layer of plain tissue. I prefer to put always white tissue with this. Now, why do we need this tissue on top? See, the newspaper has the carbon which they use for the printing. So, if you're not using a tissue on top, the microgreens, when they start growing, the roots will get the black color, so which we don't want that. So, we are just putting a layer of tissue on top of that. And again, like I said, the white is preferred. Once it is put like this, it's fixed. Pour some water into it. Pour enough water to soak all the layers of the newspaper till the base. Now, how do you see whether it is soaked? Just lift the corners of the newspaper, and if you see some of the layers are still not wet. Pour some more water. Or just turn the container around, the water will come, and then keep soaking the paper. So lift the newspaper from all the corners like this and see that all the newspaper is completely soaked. And then see, here again the water is not gone into the layers of the newspaper, so you put some more water. The idea is that the complete base is soaked so that the grains, once we put into this, the moisture remains in that and grow well. Just leave it for 1 minute so that, like not even 1 minute, for some time, and then you will see that, it is completely soaked. And if and when you find it is completely soaked, just drain out the excess water. You can, if it is a transparent container, you can even turn your container like this. You can see from the back side that it is completely soaked. Yes. Now this is ready to put the soaked grains into. Now I have soaked and kept moong, that is the green gram, overnight. See, you can see it's been soaked and drained, and it's already started germinating. Now this is ready for putting. Even if it's not started germinating, doesn't matter. If it has been soaked overnight, drain it in the morning, and then you can directly put it on that. It will take 1 extra day for start germinating. That's it. So once it is done, just spread it around in the container evenly and thick. See that doesn't cluster up some places, so it is, like it's grown properly. Yeah, you're done. That's it. All you have to do is this, and just keep them on your kitchen counter, on your windowsill, or in the balcony. But remember, please do not keep it under the direct sunlight. It doesn't need direct sunlight, because when they start germinating and the tiny plants start coming, they're very delicate. They cannot take the direct sunlight. So, like just keep them away from direct sunlight. It needs diffuse light, so keep it wherever there is diffuse light. Now, how to take care of it? You only need to see the watering part. Morning and evening, just take the container, turn it to one corner. If you find there is water still in the corners, that means you don't need to water it. If it is dry, sprinkle some water all around, leave it, and again in the evening repeat it. Now if it is watering, again depending on the weather conditions. If it is very hot weather, you may need to do it 3 times. So the trick is that every time look at the corners of the container. If there is no water, just sprinkle some water. That's it. Maybe on the second, third day, it starts germinating. You'll start seeing on the third, fourth day onwards, you'll start seeing the tiny leaves coming up. And it's such a pleasure seeing your own microgreens growing in your own balcony. Now, this is a 3 days old methi. You can see it's germinated very well. Now from tomorrow or day after, it will grow tall and start giving tiny leaves. This is again mustard. So the tiny little leaves you can see, this is 4 days old. 4th day it started giving the tiny leaves. And mind you, it doesn't grow very tall. Once it just comes up to the level or just above the level of this container, you can just chop it off, pluck it off. Yes, isn't it lovely? Yes. Now there's one more thing I have to mention it to you. This is a container with same moong which we put today, but this is slightly overgrown. You don't let it grow so tall. What happened? See, today I can still pluck it because the stem is still very soft and the leaves are still okay. But if you leave it for 1 or 2 more days, the stem becomes slightly thick. It doesn't matter, but it's better to cut it when it is very thin. Now what you have to do is just break it with your hand, wash it under the tap, break it and put it into your salads or sandwiches, or even you can make a burji with this, maybe with little egg or something like that if you're an vegetarian, or even with a lot of like tomatoes and onions and green chilies and all. Just saute it in the frying pan. That's it. This doesn't need to cook so long. They're very tender, very tiny leaves. So cook it very little time, maybe just a sauteing. That's it all you need. So don't let it overgrow like this. I just kept it to show you. Otherwise, I would have taken it off for consuming already. If you notice, half of it is already been cut and already used. So half I left it for showing it. So that's it. So this is the mustard and this is the methi and this is our moong which is put today. So tomorrow onwards you'll start finding the new stems start coming up, the leaves start coming up, and it is such a wonderful thing to see that your own microgreens are growing and you are done it. Isn't it wonderful? I hope you all liked it and you all are going to start doing it at home. Thank you so much. And if you need to know anything more about it, you can contact me. Thank you. Happy growing.